All right. Let's play ourselves one game. Here we have the opponent from Bosnia and Herzegovina. All right. 2,200 players. It's going to be a tough game. Interesting d3 move here. Okay, he's planning the big gate. Now, if I push this up already, well, it feels like it needs to be played. So I'm just going to play it. Maybe he was tempting me into playing that move, but there are some queen check tactics involved on the square here, so we have to be a little bit watchful. But we can still take it. So we have a relatively nice advanced pawn, and his pieces look kind of blocked. So it's looking pretty okay for black at the moment, but on the flip side, there is this diagonal which will bring some pressure at some point in the game. So it's important to get this bishop out already while you still can, so that he can't have a double threat going on this loose pawn. Bishop probably belongs here. That's a great square for it. Rook belongs here. The knight might jump in there at some point, but it's better if the rook is already here. We're waiting for a move like this. That would be music to our ears right now. Then we can obviously jump in immediately. Our opponent might be playing a little bit slower than many players do tend to play, so that could give us an opportunity in the game at some point. The key is to just keep control of the position. We have a great position here, and we just want to maintain some control of it. He needs one final piece to come in here to attack. So when that looks like it's starting to happen, we might then tango out with the knight over here. I'm not sure he really wants to have had to play this move, but anyway, he's played it. I suppose he somehow believes he's got to hold on to this still, but I don't know. We don't want to allow b4 and b5 to suddenly start coming in, and then this knight has to go away, and then this pawn becomes weaker suddenly. So that's why we preemptively played a5. That's a good move. Piling up some pressure from a different angle here. Okay, so retraction back there, which is a strange looking move. But he is really just reasserting the threat here. I think we should just capture, swing the rook out, control that file, and now come out with the knight. It's not looking so well. He managed to get his queen to a much better square here, so that didn't work out so well for me. Try to create some pressure on this square as well, because I might have to duck out with the knight at some point. Give up the pawn. It's really important to try to hold on to this pawn here. Okay, so he has unleashed, and yes, we gotta go in. We're attacking two pieces at the same time here, so this is an effective square. He does feel the pressure of the queen menace, so we're going to keep that pressure going. We're going to keep that pressure going and find some way to uncork these bishops. Maybe this knight belongs here at some point, but I think we gotta get the rooks off first. I don't know. I'm just feeling it like this might be a good move. Seems like it's a good pin. The bishop pair is powerful. The dark squared bishop can suddenly become a monster. And yeah. Always make sure this is defended. Now we've got many pawn threats going on here. I guess he should play this. Okay. Take things quickly. Try to hold on to stuff. It's not easy to hold on to it. Let's try from here. The bishop there at some point. Okay, that was a critical move to make just in the nick of time. Okay, and now with the speed game on, obviously we're gonna cruise to a victory here on the clock, like was always gonna be the plan. So ultimately, it's a timeout win, but I think it was a pretty interesting game overall. Hard to say what really would have happened. Probably he had the edge on me, but it's really difficult to say. Let's have a look at the game review. Hmm. So not a particularly well played opening from either side, but black does have a control because of this pawn that's nicely lodged at the front, and wasn't so easy to fully capitalize on it. Okay, this is a nice idea here. Bishop here, so that if the eventual series of captures happens, you eventually have this move. It's a good find. But now he has gotten his queen into a great square, and this pawn is under a lot of pressure. And we make the javelin jump right in the middle there and have a good follow-up move. That's important, to have a good follow-up move. Even knight here is apparently playable. Attacking 2 pawns at the same time. Maybe a bit more risky, but with the bishop supporting here, it might be quite good. This was a wild slogger move and clearly unnecessary, but I still think it worked out reasonably okay. Yeah, the queen sack, I mean, the queen trade is not ideal here. You've got to keep the queens on the board in order to make this whole thing work. We've destroyed his center for, I mean, his king's position for that reason. So, yeah. But of course, it became a time scramble at this point. So the dynamics of the game really changed, and All right. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.